So what you have to do is you have to go online on your browser, type web.whatsapp.com, and the QR code will show up for you. Then that QR code you will have to open your phone, as I said, and go to the WhatsApp menu, type WhatsApp web. Then you will have to scan using your phone on your laptop screen. You have to scan that very QR code for your phone. Suppose you are having a long discussion with your students or other teachers. There's a lot of information on the chat, but you cannot go and search through every message. So one thing you can do is you can export the chat to your mail. And the way you do that, I'm taking you through that right now, is first you open WhatsApp and you go to the chat. Suppose we choose SSIP chat. Okay. Tap on the menu option on the top right hand of the screen, which is these three dots circled in red. Then the menu will open and you have to click on more. After you click on more, you will get export chat. What this does is it collates and collects all the information on your chat and converts it into a file that can be sent. What you go is WhatsApp will give you different platforms where you can share the chats like Gmail, WhatsApp itself, Save to Drive, etc. You can email the chats to yourself for your future reference. So you can choose from here. You can put it on your drive, you can put it on WhatsApp, send the link through someone through an SMS if you like. But what we have found useful is putting it on your email so that the messages are stored there. Another very easy, very simple way to store certain important messages. What we do sometimes when we have important messages, we take a screenshot. We just click that image and you keep it. But what happens sometimes is then our phone storage gets like really clogged up with a lot of different screenshots or images. So what you can do is something which is starred messages. I'm sure you've seen that sometimes when you hold a message down, like sometimes when you click on a message, you tap. Then if you hold for more than 1 second, it gets highlighted in blue, as you can see in the first screenshot. There's a star that comes above. What you can do is you can star a message, which means like you put like a bookmark in a book. You can save that message for future reference. Then on the main WhatsApp chat, what you can do is you can click the menu, the three buttons on the three dots on the top right, and go to start messages. And then as you can see in the third screenshot, all the messages you have started from your different chats, could be from your personal chats, could be from your classroom WhatsApp group or your staff room WhatsApp group, they will all come over here. Another thing when we talk about managing storage is we also think about phone storage. We all get a lot of, like from our personal WhatsApps, we get so many videos, images, photos of nieces, nephews, cousins, grandchildren, which are all very nice, but sometimes we don't want to download every single one of them. So we can do something that basically if you do not click the option, WhatsApp automatically downloads every image and every video that you get on all the chats. So there is a way that we can change this setting as well, and I'll show you that. So this is called how to disable auto download. Okay. Can everyone see this? I'm hoping you can. Okay. So if you can see the screenshot that I'm sharing, you have to go to like the little, you can see the little number 1. You have to go to the same 3 dots which we keep opening as our menu. Then you have to go to settings, which is marked by yellow number 2. I hope everyone can see that. Then in the third screenshot, you can go to data and storage usage, which is marked by yellow number 3. Yeah. And then as shown in the fourth screenshot, there is something called media auto download. You'll be able to see that. And it gives you 3 options, which is when your phone is using mobile data, do you want it to download images, videos, etc.? Sometimes what happens is our data gets used up in uselessly downloading every single photo and video. So you can select over there whether you want all media to be downloaded on data, you want only images to be downloaded, or you want no media to be downloaded. Second option is when you are connected on Wi-Fi. That is easier. It takes up less bandwidth. You can again choose whether you want only images, you want all media to be downloaded, or you want nothing to be downloaded. and on roaming, where we can incur like more data charges if we are using more data, you can select no media to be downloaded in those things. If you want no media to be downloaded automatically, you can click no media, no media, no media on all three subheadings. And then when someone sends you a photo, it will only get downloaded if you click on it. There will come a little arrow on that image to download it. Only if you select the download option, then only it will get downloaded on your phone. So that way you do not have to download everything that is sent to you. When you export the chat, where is it stored? That's a great question, Honikari sir. Sir, you can choose wherever you want it to be stored. So when you click export the chat, WhatsApp converts the chat into a file. Then you can click how you want it to be shared. For example, if you click Gmail and you send it, like my email, Gmail ID is Jaisha. Okay, so I can send it from Jaisha to Jaisha. So it will come on my email inbox. I will have mailed it to myself. I just explained how to use WhatsApp web, how to star messages and store them for future reference, how to save a whole chat and export it, and how you can disable media auto download so that all images are not automatically saved on your phone. So we are just using certain features of WhatsApp to see how we can like use these lesser known features of WhatsApp to stay in touch with our students or with other teachers. That's the topic for the training.